Are we on spring break?
What happened?
In Acapulco?
Is there something wrong with the
It's
sound?
Monday. The Cougars on. Mike and John got
Fix
it
that.
going on.
It looks like Susan washed her guitar and put it in the dryer and it shrunk.
Yes. Now, is that
Just so you know, I didn't even know how to play this yesterday, and I learned your theme song on it.
Wow. Can we give you a tuba for next week?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Is it an instrument every week?
Yeah.
So is that that's not a ukulele?
It is, but it's a tenor ukulele.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not an alto.
Not an alto.
Right.
Yeah, see, I use musical
Oh, look
terminology
at you
there.
over here. Okay, there, Guy
how about
Lombardo. All right, it's Mike and John got it going on for a Monday.
Brought to you by Jordan Genso,
yeah.
official Gigo Realtor. Shop now with Jordan. Or sell now with Jordan.
Well, yeah.
Shop or sell.
I mean,
with Jordan.
he could be your personal shopping assistant. You can take him and go shopping. He'd probably carry the bags for you. He's a nice guy.
I think Susan stole that ukulele off the wall of like an Applebee's or something. So what's the story with the ukulele before we get to news?
Oh, you gotta wait.
We gotta wait.
gotta wait.
Keeping us hanging.
Yeah.
Now,
The cliffhanger.
okay.
After news, we'll find out
Yes.
about the ukulele. Are you ready for news yet?
Am I?
All right, we'll cover what's coming up today. Of course, we'll have a new child for the Orchards Children's Services to tell you about. We have your 2-cent history lesson, trivia, and the rent is due.
Yes, it is.
At the
Again.
dial.
It's due again.
Again?
Again, it's
So is
due.
it overdue or past due?
Neither.
Back
It's
due.
just due again.
It's dewy.
Yeah. So,
Do we have news? Yes, we do.
Yes.
See what I did there? Pretty smooth.
That was smooth.
Brought to you by Cooper and Pinckney Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
let's define smooth. All right. Here's what's going on. The president, no, that's round.
That's smooth.
The president of the Fowlerfield Board of Education resigned his position, with applications being accepted to fill the vacancy. Mike Brown cited health and family concerns in his letter of resignation. It was read aloud during the March 21st board meeting. According to a post on the district's website, letters of interest and resumes for the vacant board position are now being accepted. The term will last from the date of appointment through December 31st, 2024. Letters of interest and resumes will be received no later than Friday, April 7th at 4 p.m. All applicants will receive an interview. Those will take place Tuesday, April 11th at 7 p.m. in the Media Center at Fowlerville High School. You'll find complete details on our website. A man charged with assaulting a girl under the age of 13 multiple times in 2015 while in Livingston County has had his appeal denied by the Michigan Supreme Court. 34-year-old Jonathan Truax is charged with 7 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct and 2 counts of second-degree CSC. He filed a motion to disqualify the Livingston County Prosecutor's Office from prosecuting his case. It was initially denied by the Michigan Court of Appeals. The appeal was then sought from the Michigan Supreme Court, which on Thursday said it was declining to take up the case because the justices were, quote, not persuaded that the question presented should be reviewed by this court, end quote. Truax sought the disqualification because he was initially represented by attorney Roland Sizemore. But Sizemore withdrew from the case after he accepted a position as an assistant prosecuting attorney with the prosecutor's office. Truax's new attorney then filed a motion to disqualify the prosecutor's office, arguing that Sizemore's conflict of interest should be imputed to the entire office. But the appeals panel determined that proper safeguards had been put in place and that there was no evidence on the record that the prosecutor's office conflict policy was not followed. That means that Truax will go to trial. No new dates have been set. And today starts a week of service interruptions and road closures in downtown Brighton, part of the Main Street Water Main Construction Project. All Main Street from Grand River to South 2nd Street will be closed for a water connection at the CSX Railroad easement. There will be no access to Main Street from 1st Street, Mill Pond Lane, or St. Paul Street. That will cause a water service interruption for all businesses on the south side of Main, from Heine to the railroad tracks. Tribute Salon and all businesses on the north side of Main won't be affected. The work is anticipated to take most of the day. Work will continue Tuesday with a connection at West Street that will close Main Street from Grand River to West Street. And you'll find all the details plus maps of the closures and the water main interruptions on our website, mikeandjohnpodcast.com. And that's what's going on.
And of course, news brought to you by our friends in downtown Brighton, Cooper and Binkley Jewelers.
Mark Binkley could barely drive a car when his dad bought the best jewelry store in town from Mr. Cooper. He spent a lot of time there after school and weekends, enough to know that he loved the jewelry business. Mark and his family were exiting a Sunday church service when Mark saw something more dazzling than any precious stone: Barb Lockery. Successful and beautiful was a combination too great to resist, and around Valentine's Day, a nervous and pale Mark Binkley asked Barb Lockery to be his bride. They were married in the rustic, cozy church sanctuary where they met, and decided to build Cooper and Binkley Jewelers together. You'll see them there every day, working hard just like you, helping people make special times in their lives even more special, with a gift from Cooper and Binkley. They'd love to hear your stories of romance at Cooper and Binkley Diamond Jewelers in lovely downtown Brighton.
All right, so what's with the little guitar?
Well, is it
The
time for my
ukulele.
review? Because
It's part of the- it's part of the
it's
review.
part of the review.
Yeah,
I thought.
Maybe you
Tying
should
it
have listened
into
to
it.
her beforehand when she said, this will be part of my review.
tying it in.
I missed that part. It flew right through me and
Now,
went to
who's,
you.
now who's smooth? Maybe more
Not I,
maybe
apparently.
More flat.
All right, well, let's take a look at last night's SNT Sunday Night Trivia, which, of course, was brought to you by our OG sponsor, Firehouse Doors, serving Livingston County for over 25 years with unparalleled service and products. The question, 8 out of 10 bosses who were surveyed admitted to doing this.
Now, I thought...
Admitted the key thing.
Right. And this was a hard answer. I mean, lots of good guesses.
This is where we find out what bosses really do and think about. There's been some fraternization going on apparently here in Livingston County amongst bosses that were surveyed.
Really?
That's what it says. Flirting with the employees, having a thing or two with an employee.
A
8 out of
rendezvous.
10. That's a lot.
I know.
Right.
That's actually the first thing that came to my mind.
Well, when you say admitted to doing this, obviously if they're admitting something, it's not a good thing.
right.
Well, yeah,
You
kind
know,
of. You know, it's not like I admit to doing my job the best of my
That's what-
abilities.
That's right.
That's what I admit to.
That's like on those job interviews. They go, "What's your best skill?" Or what? You know, what's? And you're like, I'm a really hard worker.
Lying during interviews. It takes skill.
Laura said lying to their employees. So
That's only 8 out of 10?
I know. I think
It should be more than that.
24/7.
Expensing non-company expenses.
Right. What are you looking at me for?
Having employees work off the clock, doing things for them, like washing their car, picking up the laundry or the dry cleaning, that kind of thing. That's a good guess.
Sleeping at work. I mean, if you're the boss.
Sure, if you're the boss,
mean,
you
yeah.
got everybody's got things taken care of.
I mean,
Like in-
usually, if you're the boss, you get your own office. You can close the door.
Yeah.
Pull the shade.
Pretend like you're on a phone call.
yeah.
and
I'm on a
busy.
the Zoom
Yeah.
meeting right now. ZZZ.
Debbie said, "Enjoy firing."
You know, maybe there are some bosses that kind of like that.
All right, there was one guy who had a signature line
Yeah.
that said, "You're fired."
Yeah. It was
Okay.
called You're Fired.
Wrote
That's
it all the way to the
yeah.
White House.
Doing nothing and looking busy.
Well, that's the job description of a boss. Are you kidding me?
I like this one. Drinking on the job.
Hmm.
Just like a little sipping whiskey down in the file drawer.
Right. We call that the Lou Grant.
Avoiding employee confrontations. They admit to doing that. So they want everybody to get along. And
Well, yeah. Of course you do. Anne said delegating duties.
that's kind of a boss thing, though. That's
But see,
not anything wrong
a
with that.
good
It's like,
boss
a good boss
should be delegating.
You got that handled, you got that handled, you got that handled. I got a bottle in my drawer and I'm taking a nap. That's a good boss.
I think there's a balance to delegating. Like
Yeah.
you got to leave some of the responsibilities to yourself. Carla said stalking employees on social media. Well, define stalking.
Yeah, is it you're checking up on them,
Right.
or doing a little
It's like
research? So maybe
did
it
you say
gives
you
us-
were sick last Friday? But I'm seeing this picture of you.
I see you went out to a certain restaurant. How
Right.
did you enjoy the shrimp? You had a big picture of it on your social media page. That just gives it away. Wendy said taking credit for something they didn't do. That is a boss thing.
Again, that's a boss definition.
It is kind of a boss thing. My team took care of that, although I'm in charge of the team. So
Team's
therefore
all over
I
it.
did it. Yeah. We did not get a correct guess.
Now, I thought this was, when I saw the answer, I totally got it. I see it, but
you
I
look
was
at
like,
it and go, oh, yeah.
but it's just, that's a tough one.
It is a tough one to get. The closest thing was sleeping on the job.
Right, because while you're sleeping.
Yeah, you may be dreaming.
Right.
So daydreaming during their own meetings.
Right.
So, and my guess on this would be is that you're having a meeting and an employee is talking and then you're thinking about, where am I going for lunch today? Or whose social media should I check out? Daydreaming about something else other than.
But
are you
usually,
paying attention?
it's a meeting that the boss calls.
Right, and then you have the
And then,
meeting,
all the employees are sitting there going, why am I in this stupid meeting?
right,
You know?
and the boss is like, "Why did I throw this stupid
Right.
meeting?"
And then the boss himself loses
Interest.
Well, and how many meetings have you been to that you think, hey, this was an email?
Absolutely.
Why is there a meeting when this was really just, you could have just emailed
Well,
us?
and probably the reason why they take so much longer is because the boss is daydreaming. And he doesn't know when to call
take
it. Like the
control of the
meeting's
meeting.
done.
Well,
Yeah.
somebody, right, or because they're not really paying attention.
No,
and
so they have
somebody
no idea
right,
we've already accomplished the
right.
meeting.
Somebody will have said something, and then later on they're like, "Hey, how about this?" And they're like, "Bob already said that." Oh yeah, good job. Bob.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
reiterating.
Yeah, I was
It
just
was
making sure you're on top of that.
I was thinking.
Good job, Bob.
Yeah, good job, Bob.
It's Monday, and I was daydreaming about hopping on my boat this weekend.
Oh God.
Okay, all right. That was our trivia, Brian. We got a little snort out of that
Well, we had a boss with a boat.
Trivia. We had a couple bosses with
We
boats.
did.
We had one boss that couldn't even swim.
Yeah, well, with a boat.
We took all the life jackets off that boat just for fun. Trivia brought to you by Firehouse Doors, celebrating their 25th year of serving Livingston County. Firehouse Doors, your one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling steel overhead door needs for the past 22 years. Firehouse Doors has been Livingston County's only authorized distributor of CHI overhead doors. Call today, 810-599-7480. Firehouse Doors here in Livingston County, our trivia sponsor and OG sponsor. Mike and John got it going
And
on.
quite the OG they are.
Yes. Well, there's nothing like an original. Like a Werthers, John.
Do you have any?
I do not.
Not that old yet?
Actually, every now and then, a Werther's tastes pretty good.
I like Werther's.
does.
It's just you feel like an old man because of the commercial.
Right.
If you go into CVS or something and want to buy a bag of candy, if you grab Werther's, that just says I'm old.
Right. So what you do
What do you do?
is you get like the hot new fad candy, whatever.
Oh,
it
there's
is.
fad candy?
Well, yeah, like
What
the
is the-
super sour atomic blast or whatever the hell they got, all that old crap, or whatever the latest Skittles is, because they have all the different Skittle.
Well, if you're going to go with various
and then
flavors,
you get a couple of bags and you slip in the Werther's.
Oh, the Werther's.
You slip
How'd
it
that
in.
get in there?
And then, oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
this
for
is
company.
This is for grandma. So it's kind of like when you buy a dirty magazine. I mean, that's what I've been told.
I got a couple of Mad magazines, a Batman comic.
I'm going to take
and a
Architectural
Penthouse.
Digest, Better Homes and Gardens. Give me a thing of Juggs.
Juggs, is that even still around?
I have no idea. I mean,
Look at the old. That's for Grandpa with the Werther's originals. A copy of the latest Juggs.
okay. Well, we're off the rails.
Yep, and you took us right
Yeah,
there.
you're damn right I did.
The rent is due.
Yes, it is.
And Steve DeBruyne from the Dial in Pinckney.
Good morning.
Good morning, Steve. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
We're just talking about John buying dirty magazines and Werther's originals, so we're off to a great start for the week.
It just doesn't surprise me.
Well, no, I mean, we like to kind of warm things up here on a Monday morning.
Sure.
Yes. Steve, please change the subject.
So Rent coming back for a second run here at the Dial. Very cool.
Yeah. It's we've never done this before, but we ran the show last fall, and it was so popular, and there was such a high demand for tickets. We thought we should bring this back, and on top of just a want from people to see the show, we were really really fortunate to win 8 Michigan Wild Awards for excellence in professional theater for our production.
I mean, best
So-
musical, best direction, which you picked up.
Yep.
Best set design from Matt Tomich, who always does such a great job with those sets. And the Rent set is just awesome, because I was able to see it the first time through. Best lead actor for James Fisher. Best lead actress, Elena Kerr. Best supporting actor, Xavier Sarabia. Best supporting actress, Jayla Fletcher. And best supporting actress in a musical, Ash Moran. So other than that, 8 awards.
So,
I mean, that's
pretty,
amazing.
Pretty good staff.
Yeah.
And usually with these awards in Michigan, your show, has been closed for months by the time they announce the award winners for a season. So, it's all kind of in hindsight that you've got these productions that win awards. So this is kind of a rare opportunity to go in and see a show that is an award winner. You don't usually get to do that in Michigan with professional theater. So that's kind of cool too,
Absolutely, and not a surprise that you decided to bring this back for a second run, because I think there were a lot of individuals who didn't get to see it the first time out because it's sold out.
Yep, absolutely. We had lists of people waiting for cancellations, including people who never got to see it and people who saw it and wanted to see it again and couldn't get back in. So this hopefully will be an opportunity for both of those groups to catch the show.
I know it doesn't start until the end of March. Have tickets started selling out already? How are we doing?
We've got. This is a limited run for us. We usually run our musicals at least 20 performances. This one, we've got 15 performances scheduled, and most of those performances are down to 10 tickets or less available. So, if people want to see it, it's time to make those reservations and make sure you've got a table.
Right. Yeah. Time to jump on that. And I think, the thing about Rent is if you're of a certain age, if you grew up in the 80s and in the 90s, a lot of the themes and the storyline and the characters sort of speak to people's experiences.
Was there a character you could relate to, John, in Rent when you saw it?
Yeah, I would say the set design character.
The set design character.
I was.
He's done that in his past.
It's true though. I think that if you think modern musical theater, a lot of people are going to think like Hamilton kind of changed the game. But in the 1990s, Rent changed the game for musical theater and kind of brought this rock and roll element in for a crowd that was growing up that, couldn't really relate so much to the sound of music. But then Rent came along and was telling stories that felt relevant to that time and those particular young people.
Well, I think when you have the idea of, hey, let's make a musical and have it sort of based around the HIV epidemic, the AIDS epidemic, people are like, what now?
Yeah.
And yet,
but apparently it worked.
Yeah, exactly. I think obviously it takes those themes which are so dark, and then it infuses it. I think when you see these characters and the hope. And I think the optimism that some of them have, and then the reality that they meet.
Yes,
it's so it's just such a ball of emotion, I guess, when you go see this show, and then just the expert music and the choreography and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely, and this cast, like I don't even know how I got so lucky to assemble this group of actors and to be able to assemble them twice and get them to come back and do it again. But man, when they sing and particularly like when they sing together, when you got that opening number, Rent, and they are just belting out those harmonies, it like it will just blow you away, melt your face in that tiny little space. They're just filling the room with so much sound and energy. It's really incredible. When we're sitting there, we're back in rehearsal, which is also odd because we've done a full run of the show already with full houses, but now we're back to an empty space. And, I'm one of the only people sitting in there watching them run the show right now. But it's just mind blowing to hear them start singing together as a group. It's just like, holy cow, the amount of sound coming at you from those actors, and it's just so precise and so perfectly sung. It's incredible.
Is it actually the whole cast has returned, or just the majority of it?
We had one of our cast members couldn't swing it, so we had to replace one cast member, and then a second cast member is a mom who has daughters in dance and has to travel for some dance weekends. So she has a double, so we've got two actors that play one role. One of the ladies will play it one weekend, and then the other one plays it the other weekend. But otherwise, every single actor is back.
Wow.
Well, still, I mean, yeah, you got the vast majority of the cast to come back. As a matter of fact, when you wrapped up the first run, did you already know you were going to have a second run?
Yeah, we had secured the rights by the last weekend of shows. So when we closed it up, we were able to tell them that we had the rights, but we also said we're not going to do it if we don't have you guys. So it's kind of up to all of you whether or not we bring this back. And, some of them started crying. They were so happy that they didn't have to walk away from it yet. So we were lucky. We were really lucky that they were willing to kind of hold, an extra couple of months in 2023 to be able to come back to the show and rerun it.
Well, very cool. Very cool. That says a lot about the Dio, too. Not only getting a second run of it, but the stars wanting to return, the cast wanting to return so bad. So that's really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Again, show's open the 31st, so just a couple days away this weekend, and go through April 30th, correct?
That's right. Yep. We've got shows Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoons. Of course, no show on Easter Sunday, which is April 9th. And we do have one Thursday night performance on April 27th.
And, of course, the full Dio experience with a great meal. And people can come enjoy that. And as a matter of fact, we have a pair of these much sought after tickets as well. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do, I think, is we're going to throw those out in trivia tonight.
Oh, we are?
Yes.
I thought we were going to hide them somewhere in Pinckney. Like under a rock, and you got to find them.
Right.
All right, so
if the whole show sells out, they might be worth a lot of money to you guys. Scout those things.
All right, so do we have a date on those tickets, or you make arrangements per openings?
Just call the box office to use them. Right now, they're good for any show until those shows start selling out and we can't fit you in anymore.
Right. All right, so we'll give them away tonight so folks can make their reservation.
Right, so people pay attention to the Monday night trivia tonight on Facebook.
I got to write that down.
Write that down, will you?
Monday night trivia. Rent. I'll probably pay the rent and then say, I got to do trivia.
Exactly.
All right, awesome.
So much sought after tickets.
Very
We're looking forward to that. And so Rent coming back for a second run at the Dio. And then, like you said, this is a shortened run, just 15 shows. What's coming up after Rent?
After Rent, we've got this is like an exciting year for us guys. Actually, this is our 10th year of shows at the Dio, which is I can't even believe we've been there that long. Yeah. But next up, we've got Lost in Yonkers, which is a classic play by Neil Simon, kind of a comedy drama. It's good for audiences, 13 years and older. Whereas I should say Rent, we recommend that for adult audiences. But we got Lost in Yonkers next, which is the first show that we did here in Pinckney. We got 10 years ago.
Was that really 10 years ago? Because I remember seeing it, and wow, that is amazing.
That was our first full run 10 years ago. So that's going to be a little blast from the past too. And now we do shows and you can't get a ticket, but during Lost in Yonkers 10 years ago, only 300 people saw the show.
I was one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. So 299 others.
John was the only one in the audience at that show. Isn't that?
No,
it could be. That could very well be.
It was no. It's all about framing. It was very spacious seating. Okay.
You felt like you were one with the crowd. No, but it says a lot that the Dio has gone through 10 years, including the COVID years, too. and making it this far. And then, you know what? Maybe you should look at this as every 10 years you bring back Lost in Yonkers. So
we
10 years
just
from
might
now,
do that.
you never know.
We just might do that, yeah.
Free Werthers with your meal.
Yeah, you got to bring those in your
Bring your own Werthers.
Now, be careful, Steve. We started talking about the adult magazines. We started talking about Werthers, and that's how we got into the adult magazines. So we'll not go there.
No.
But looking forward to it. Rent, of course, starts up this Friday night, and then goes through April.
30th.
So looking forward to it. And, of course, people can go to diotheater.com and get more information. And then pay attention to Monday Night Trivia tonight on Mike and John Got It Going on Facebook. And we'll have a pair of tickets to give away.
All right, Steve DeBruyne. As always, appreciate you sharing what's coming to the Dio with us and a chance to give away tickets as well.
Yeah, great talking to you guys.
Absolutely. Anytime, Steve.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right, so soon to come, we've got Susan's review, which will include why the ukulele has made an appearance here on Mike and John Got It Going on. But I know as it was snowing the other day, I kept thinking to myself, when can I open my pool? When can I go take a dip?
Well,
It was snowing this morning on my way in.
There was a little bit of snow this morning
and I was
as
looking
well.
back, on Facebook they have the memories thing.
Yeah.
10 years ago today, I was grilling.
Yeah.
So it was just a reminder, it used to be warm at one point.
Well, some people grill all year round.
Well, that's true.
I thought you could have been out there in your little Eskimo jacket.
No, I'm not. No.
I do remember a couple St. Patrick's days that was close
Well,
to 80.
Even last year, it was rainy on St. Patrick's Day, but it was relatively warm.
Yeah. Well, there was days where it was, we had close to 70 degrees. You could ride your motorcycle to the St. Patty's Day festivities, and then there was days where it was, kind of icy.
But back to the pool.
Yes, back to the pool.
Back to the pool point. We're happy to welcome back Roman's Pool Supplies and Services as a sponsor here at Mike and John. Got it going on. And, of course, over 30 years of experience. Roman's Pools, your one-stop shop for pool needs. Whether you're in the market for a new pool, looking to have your existing pool serviced, or just need some accessories and chemicals, really Roman's Pools is the place to go here in Livingston County.
And, having used Roman's for years, one of the key things is keeping your water balanced. And if you don't, that can mess up your heater, your whole filtration system. So they are the experts, and they have that water testing facility right inside the store. So that's one of the things you want to do, and they have all the information on how you can keep your pool balanced for the season and keep your equipment working properly. So if you have a pool, or even thinking about, hey, I need a pool in my backyard so Mike and John can do the podcast from my place.
Is that what they're thinking?
They might be thinking
Is that what they're thinking?
They might be thinking
Well,
that.
I don't know.
Mike will be by the pool. John will be grilling.
Yeah, sure.
Susan will bring the ukulele. We'll play some of those Hawaiian type
Absolutely.
side of the pool
I guess
songs.
we're hiring ourselves out now.
Little drinks with umbrellas while John's barbecuing.
Okay.
It sounds like a plan.
Can I have one of the drinks? While I'm
That
grilling?
depends on how the food turns out.
Okay, I see.
You get
As
a Werther's with
as
that.
a reward. Yeah, Roman's Pool Supplies and Service. Of course, you can give them a call, 517-545-4555. That's their Howell location. Or they have a location in Brighton as well, 810-588-4460. And romanspools.com online. So check that out.
Let's get to the uke.
All right.
Oh, boy.
The
uke.
The uke.
The
The
right.
ukulele.
Get to the uke.
Yeah.
So, well, first
What-
of all, my review is where I found this beauty.
Oh.
So I went to downtown Williamston. Cute town. Visited like a thrift shop and a couple bar stops. Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you got a ukulele.
Did the bar stops come after the
Yeah.
thrift shop?
Good
It was
or
after. It was after. But, so I came across this literal gem of a place. It is called Vintage Sound, and it is this small, adorable, old building, of course, right downtown. And you walk in, and it is filled with sound equipment, like stereo equipment, turntables, speakers,
Reel-to-reels?
subwoofers. Yes, I mean it's
Yeah.
just, and everything from like fairly new, a few years old, to complete retro stuff. Completely amazing. They had jazz music playing on one of the systems that was set up. So great music while you're walking around.
Skiddly-doo.
Skiddly
Skiddly-diddly.
Wow, little cats.
Our knowledge of jazz apparently comes from the
There you go.
Flintstones.
There you go.
Wait a minute. You need these on, John. There you go. Skiddly diddly. Wow, wow.
Hey, those look good on you.
How you doing?
Do it again. Skiddly diddly.
Skiddly diddly. Wow, wow. Ooh. Cats.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I felt like Mr. Magoo.
You are Mr. Magoo.
No, or those Mr. Howell glasses. Same guy. All right.
Yeah.
So no, that's cool.
So, yeah, and they have.
So you just saw? Did that call your name? It was sitting on a shelf or on a wall, and you go.
Yeah,
That's
so
me.
there was. They have guitars, basses, other older ukuleles. This is actually a new one, but
It has an authentic mothball smell.
no, not that. This.
The case. The case.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, but how cool is this? So
That's very
it's
vintage.
from the 50s,
Yeah.
and right here is like a luggage from Guatemala.
Really?
In the 50s.
Wow, it's an import.
Yeah.
Or somebody traveled.
Some,
Can I check it out?
yeah.
Or
And
it could
then
hold a little tiny machine gun.
inside of the case,
Al Capone.
there were these like cheat notes for music,
Oh.
kind of like what I do
They're
in
like
my
old
gigs.
recipes.
Yeah. And they smell too. Can you smell?
Yeah,
them?
I can smell. It smells like an old library.
Yeah.
An old library book.
And there's this old
This really is.
capo. It's called a capo. It's used for guitars to kind of change the tune of what you're playing a song in.
You better change
This
your
is
tune.
old. This is
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, I would look at this and go, it's got authentic rust. And it looks like some kind of dental instrument, like they're going to do some work
to
in your
put some
mouth.
pain on you, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But yeah, they have albums, CDs. Literally, it's amazing. The owner, he was just amazing. It was just
What's
a
in
joy.
That? What's in that, John?
That's another capo.
That's another capo, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it might be a
A little newer than
something
this
imported
one.
from
There's a couple
Guatemala.
little French
Oh.
cigarettes in here. That's oh, sorry. Oh, it's Guatemala.
That's from Guatemala, man.
It's Guatemala. But
Very cool.
The owner was so knowledgeable, and it was just a joy to listen to him and just kind of let all of his enjoyment of music
The
out
passion.
and knowledge. He just wanted you to know, and he if you bought anything, great. If not, he just loved what he was doing, and it was so enjoyable. So anyway, I've always wanted to learn how to play the ukulele, and
There it
So,
was.
someday
that
you
was
will.
on the wall, and it's beautiful. Look at it. Look it's beautiful.
Just it is a nice.
Look at
Yeah,
it.
it's
Isn't
got
that
some
nice?
good grooves to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mahogany.
It almost looks like brand new. Did you have to do anything but dust it?
No. This was brand new.
Right. The case
The
is
case
old.
is not.
is old. I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
It's gonna, all right.
Yeah.
Now I thought it was an old uke, but no.
No, Guatemalan ukulele.
No. This
It's
is
a whole-
the case.
that's a whole different style.
So did you get both there, or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Said, all
So
right, I'll take the uke and that old case.
I don't know how to play ukulele, but I learned your song. So now I know 3 chords.
Now, do they have accordions?
I did not
Is
see
that-
accordion.
Bagpipes?
How about a banjo
They did have a banjo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing says old guy like banjo.
and a Werther's?
There's nothing says old guy like a
And
banjo.
an adult magazine. Yeah.
There you go. You got Burl Ives, Juggs magazine, and a bag of Werthers. That's a party waiting to happen.
You know, I have to tell you, that's 2 things I never thought I heard in a sentence: Burl Ives and Juggs magazine. I believe those words have never been uttered together in the history of the universe.
Now you know why Sam the Snowman had a holly jolly Christmas, baby.
Okay,
Where are we at now?
I don't know.
You know, let's talk about Jordan Genso.
Well,
Say
sure.
you're touring your home.
I'm sure Jordan's like, no, don't talk about me right now. So, of course, Jordan Genso, the exclusive Gigo realtor.
He's the official Giggle
And
Realtor.
exclusive.
Exclusively official.
Thank you.
Giggle Realtor, Jordan Genso. With Remax Platinum, community servant, community realtor with over 15 years of experience here in Livingston County selling real estate. And he can help you sell your home, or if you're looking for a new home, Jordan Genso, the one to call. Do we have a Jorbit today?
We do.
I wasn't sure if we were continuing the Jorbits, but you've got one.
Oh, I do. Today is a notable day for one member of the Genso team.
Is it Joe Genso?
No.
Okay, just checking. It's
His
National
brother
Joe Day.
Jared
Jared
Genso.
Genso.
Jared Genso is 40 years old today.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Nice.
birthday.
Happy birthday
Do you
to
know-
you. I don't know it on ukulele
okay.
yet.
Okay.
Now, if you'd like to help Jordan make today's milestone even more memorable for his older brother,
40. Wow.
I remember that.
Remember 40?
I loved
He's only
40.
40.
Jordan's not even 40.
I would go back to 40.
Hell, man.
Go back to
All right,
40.
anyway, he said, send Jared a birthday text at 248-444.
Hold on.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I got to send a text here.
Maybe we should call him.
248. Whoops, that's 249. Yeah. All right, 248.
444-1703. That is Jared's cell number, which apparently we're giving out.
444-1703.
Yeah. It says, feel free to pretend you're a past client of his and then get offended he doesn't have your number saved, or mess with him in some other way. All in good fun to help Jared be as confused in his 40s as he was throughout his 30s.
Happy 40th
Yeah.
birthday.
Again, 248-444-1703.
There we go.
Should we call him?
Well, we could call Jared if you want.
I mean, I'm just wondering.
What's the number? You only gave me the text.
I know.
248
Yeah.
444.
444.
1703.
That's 1703.
Thank you. Well, yeah.
You know how the
They
kids
like
are.
how the numbers
these
enumerated.
kids.
Yeah. Let's see if he answers.
He'll look at this number and go, oh, it's somebody selling me something at 6:36 in the morning. Let's just sing happy birthday.
Okay. Why are we whispering?
Casey's listening.
Oh, okay.
He's letting it go to voicemail. We've been sent to voicemail.
Are we going to leave happy birthday song on the voicemail?
I guess we could.
Maybe we should be like a angry customer.
Hi, you've reached Jared Genso with Remax Platinum. I'm sorry I couldn't take your call right now. If you could please leave your name and number and a brief message, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Yeah, Jared. This is Frank McCracken, and you
Dad, don't make that call.
you sold that house to me, and when I went inside, there was a bunch of a stack of Juggs magazines in the corner.
And empty Werther's original wrappers.
Outrageous.
Admit it, honey, they're yours.
Well, they are now, but nonetheless, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Jared.
birthday.
All right, and blame your brother
From Mike and John, got it going on.
Yeah.
And Cougar.
and Cougar.
Okay, that was funny. No, it wasn't.
You know, it was something.
Frank McCracken. Really?
Really, because it should have been Phil McCracken. I'm sorry. I got it all wrong.
It's a lot of putty.
Should have been Phil McCracken. Dang it. All right, let's call him back.
We want to redo. Can we erase that message?
We redo.
Yeah, that was just the first run. Our copywriters, not so good
Well,
today.
you know.
All right. We do have this week's Orchard Child Services Child of the Week. And usually we have a teenager that's looking for a forever home. And
Right.
Who is it this week?
And we have, of course, arrangement with Orchard Children's Services to highlight one of their kids each week. And today we are highlighting Haley, who is 14, very funny and inquisitive. She enjoys wearing makeup, dressing up, and doing her hair. Haley adores animals, especially dogs. She volunteered at a veterinary clinic before and would love to visit any place that's warm and sunny. So would we all, Haley. She also would like to go on a boat or go swimming, dreams of being a part of a forever family that will be there for her and spend quality time with her. So Haley, today, 14, and so our spotlighted Orchard Children's Services child, and again, as we pointed out, they are trying to highlight some of the older kids that are that they're working with, and just trying to find them forever homes. And these are great kids who have real great personalities, and they need that forever home. So if you think you have that to give, or just want to find out more, of course, you can contact Orchard Children's Services for more information.
All right. Today is March 27th, our 2-cent history lesson. As we mentioned earlier, it's National Joe Day. Everybody knows a Joe. Right?
I have 3
You know 3
Joes
Joes?
in my life, yeah.
Hey, Joe. Where are you going?
National Joe Day today.
Maybe not.
Mule Day today. And right up Susan's alley, Quirky Country Music Song Titles Day.
Absolutely. I was thinking about that. So my favorite is by Dina Carter.
Save a Cowboy, Ride a Horse.
Well,
Save a
that's
horse, ride a
nice-
cowboy?
I like that one, yeah. But Dina Carter wrote one that said, "Did I shave my legs for this?"
That's one for the ladies.
She was a little disappointed in how the date,
Apparently. I
went,
shaved my
but-
legs for this?
Yeah.
Well, she's no Clarence Carter.
No, she's not. Do you know Clarence Carter?
He's been stroking.
Stroking. 1790,
Oh, yes. History.
1860, and 1866. 3 everyday objects were invented on this day.
Oh.
The shoelace, the corkscrew, and the urinal.
Oh, wow. In that order?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. So the shoelace, 1790, 1860, the corkscrew, and the urinal in 1866.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm going to guess that it was a guy that invented the urinal, but I'm not sure. Perhaps it was a woman.
Could have
because
been
the
a
guys
woman
were
with a
bad-
go-girl.
Yes, with the go-girl.
No, I think I
Oh,
took
did you take it home? Oh.
Yeah, 'cause
oh,
you never know.
Okay.
You never know when you're
Okay,
going to
she's
need
got
that.
it in her car. Yeah.
You know, slide off the road on a snowy day, you got to have something like that.
Absolutely.
1884, the first long-distance telephone call was made between Boston and New York City.
Wow.
Wow.
New York City.
So we're old enough to remember where you could call collect
Right.
or waited till after 11 p.m.
Gotta
to
save
make
money.
that phone call. Oh,
Yeah, don't
it's
call before
after 11.
Yeah.
It's 10:59.
Right.
But what time is it in California?
You
Do I
know,
got to wait 3 more
right.
hours?
You know, and then when you used to be able to call collect,
Yeah, we accept
you
the
would
charges.
be on the line with the operator
And
you,
hear them.
You could get,
No.
you know, exactly.
Hell no.
No, but I'm just saying, if you wanted to get a quick message out and not have to pay,
Yeah, you
they'd be
could
like, we've got somebody so on the line, and then you
Let
know,
the dog in.
Yeah.
Pick me up on Woodward.
Don't forget to pick up a copy of Juggs.
Wait a minute. What the hell are you doing on Woodward?
Hopefully getting
Playing
picked up.
playing the ukulele. The first successful blood transfusion was performed in a Brussels hospital on this day in 1914. We're going to take your blood and put it into this guy.
Well, it's
Blood brother.
successful.
Successfully.
So there may have been a try before. We're like,
Oh, okay, don't do that next time.
oh, apparently there are
flying all over the place. Blood going all over.
apparently there are different types of blood. I'm sorry.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Yeah, what happens if you mix A and B?
I think you went to shock.
Well, good thing we didn't try that.
You get shocked.
The first shopping mall opened on this day in 1954,
Nice.
Southfield, Michigan.
Yeah.
It'd be a Northland Mall, I believe, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Oh my God.
Going to Northland.
You know, and I was explaining to my 14-year-old malls
Yeah.
and how central they were to our lives.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
and we're and back when malls actually had customers, because now you got a lot of these ghost malls where
Halloween USA
you
fills
know,
a space for
right,
a few months.
where there's like what's going more than half the stores are empty.
shuttered, yeah.
Well, and a lot of them turned into like the outdoor malls.
Right. They
Like
became
Brighton Mall,
Right.
when I was growing up, that was an indoor mall.
Right.
Yeah.
You get dropped off, Saturday at 10 and picked up at...
Is Livonia Mall still there?
I don't-
It's there, but it's kind of an outdoor
yeah.
thing.
Oh, they
There's
did the same
Sears
thing.
is
Okay.
no more.
Yeah. Yeah, once the Sears dies.
And there was a Crowley's
You know,
there, but
Sears Crowley's.
there was a Crowley's. It's like I want to be Hudson's, but I'm not.
I mean, Sears was.
Not
Where else could you go to
Macy's.
get your brakes done? Pick up some pants, get an album,
and some
then,
paint, plus Craftsman tools. Yes, get your tough skins. It's back to school shopping time.
Tough skins.
So they didn't have.
I don't want to wear tough skins. They
got
look
the
stupid.
pants about this long on the
They
knee.
look dumb. They save money. Put them on. I don't wanna-
Let's see, 1998.
Go to the Husky section.
And did they ever shrink? Because they were made of some kind of.
Oh my God!
I don't know.
They're
that
like
they shrunk.
canvas. They were
Yeah.
like made of like boat canvas or something.
I think that's what they put the cover of your Jeep on. It was that same material.
Voom voom flap. Voom voom flap.
1998, the FDA approved the use of Viagra on this day.
Right.
Yes.
You know the story behind Viagra. It was a failed blood pressure medication.
It was supposed to blood flow.
Yeah, it was supposed to regulate blood pressure, and it didn't work. And they
All the
at
blood.
the pharmaceutical, as they were going there, like, oh, it didn't work, and and the boss or whatever, they're like, yeah, it's got this one weird side effect.
These guys are walking around with boners.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. Hold on here.
You said it did what now?
And suddenly the CEO's like, well, I think I need to test this.
There's a bunch of 80-year-old guys ordering Juggs magazines, eating Werthers with boners. Sales of Juggs have gone up too. 2007.
Good morning.
NFL owners voted to make instant replay a permanent officiating tool on this day in 2007. And then the next NFL game, you saw the guys going up, looking in.
Sometimes it seems like the system has smoothed itself out, mostly. But then there are the occasions where you're like, what are you doing?
Man, what are you watching?
What the hell?
You're getting caught up on Netflix. 2007. This was great news.
Oh, was it?
Eminem and his ex-wife Kim reached a court agreement to stop arguing and insulting each other in public.
That's nice.
Behind closed doors, go for it.
Right.
But we're not going to do that in public. We had to go to court for that.
Yeah. Notice ex-wife.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And it was on this day in 2015, country singer Willie Nelson announced that he and his family were hard at work on a brand new brand of marijuana called Willie's Reserves. Willie's Reserve. I mean, he's an expert.
Well, yeah, of course.
He knows the good stuff.
Yeah, stores opened up, and now you have a website, Willie's Reserve. That is your 2-cent history lesson for today.
Wow, that's
I think we learned a few things.
Oh, we learned more than we wanted to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but you have some sort of porn addiction to Juggs magazine.
Is there really, or was there really?
There was, yeah. When I worked at
my addiction.
When I worked at, back in the day, I worked at Quick Pick. If anyone remembers Quick Pick, the convenience stores,
Yes.
and this place had a porn rack that was like every disturbing fetish you could possibly imagine. And I worked the midnight shift, so you
Get bored.
sort of peruse the material. But sometimes you'd be like, "Oh, that looks interesting," and you'd open it up, and you're like, "Nope,
That looks
that's
interesting.
not happening."
It's just doing a little research.
That's not no. Somebody comes in the store at 2 a.m. Where's the clerk?
Nothing going on over here.
One spot on the rack is. I'll be out in a minute.
I'm cleaning.
Cleaning up.
I think we should.
I think we're done.
We should let folks know if you have car trouble, Murphy's Family Auto, ones to turn to, whether it's brakes, air conditioning. You're going to need that soon.
Oh, you sure are.
Electrical, any type of repair for your vehicle, SUV, truck. Go to Murphy's Family Auto. Your car knows. Tell them Mike and John sent you. You get 5% off.
And they're open Saturdays 8 to 1.
Yes, they are.
By the way. Yeah. So, murphysfamilyauto.com. All right, I think we're done. Take us out.
We were done. All right.
This is good, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Mike and John got it going on.
Skiddly diddly.
You've been
Wow,
giggling
wow.
with Mike and John. Tune in next time.
Let's see how you
and
look.
you go on.
Oh, I'll break these things. My head's too fat.
Yeah, you got a fat head.
Take us out, Mike.
Skiddly diddly. Wow.
And